Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm so glad to be here. I'm so relaxed. I'm so thankful to be here. Um, I'm here because I want to encourage the people who have been struggling with finances, family, stability, just feeling like you're the black sheep of the family. I'm not as hype as you guys probably expect me to be or want me to be. It's different. When you feel like an outcast, it's different when you have survived so long in this world, feeling like you've been by yourself for so long, but you're not alone. That's just the beginning part. And then you have to grow, right? You got to feel through these growing pains. You know what I'm saying? And I had to understand for myself that not only am I different, I'm built different. And when you built different, you just feel like you're the only one, and you're not. I promise you. But many are called and few are chosen. And so I ask that if you have an ear to hear, please hear. That's what the scriptures say. And faith without works is dead, y'all. So anyway, I'm glad to be here. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself, just being the example of encouragement, inspiration. You know, I even inspire myself a lot, but I had to understand it's not just about me overall, you know, but it is about me. It's about you. It's about us. It's about unity. You get what I'm saying? It's like learning how to remove yourself and trusting in something that is higher than you, something that you don't fully get to understand just yet. At least not all the time. Because it's a part of your learning, it's a part of your growing, trusting, really. That's what I want to say. So I'm happy to be here because I don't have much to say. And in spite of me not looking like I'm excited or happy, I'm really chill. I'm content. I'm humble. No matter what the situation may be, if you want to know how to make it in life, please listen to this video. Okay, and I hope it helps you. I hope that it reaches somebody that needs this. I hope that if it's not for you, share it with somebody else, or leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. My name is Miss Universe. I go by Miss Universe, but for short, you can call me Cece. Because of my real name, I don't really want to give my real name, but you can call me Cece. Not that I have an issue with giving you my real name. It's just letting y'all know how to go about calling me my name. I got my name from the universe because I am a universal person, honestly, at heart. And that thing is real when you can get a name from the higher ups, okay? But I ain't gonna get into all of that. So the reason why I'm here is because I've been through some things in my life that we all can relate to. Especially if you have been in a situation where you've just felt like you've been struggling your whole life, just struggling with yourself, trying to understand who you are, why you are in the position that you're in, where you at, why you there, and things like that, right? Everything has a reason. I first like to say this: have a goal, okay, and go for it, because you never know where life how life is going to set you up to want to either do more or give up. But at the end of the day, it is for you to get a lesson out of it. I know we all heard that before, right? No matter what you go through, learn something from it. That is so true. When you live in a life where you don't understand why you're going through the struggles like you're going through, you have to get a lesson out of it, especially when you're repeating it and you're constantly going through the same thing over and over and over, right? For myself, example, I have been in two toxic ships. Most of it was domestic. And this is my life. This is my story. Excuse me. I don't usually tell it all in details, but I give just enough for people to understand that it's still something, okay? Especially when we don't talk about it enough to be that example. We talk about it to still find a solution. We talk about these things to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? We talk about these things like it's a ritual, like it's something we have to go through and there's no ending. It is. I've been in like 1, 2, 3, 4 shelters. Each of them I had spent a year probably, or a couple of months, almost to a year, going back and forth in a relationship that I thought was supposed to be. And it kind of was, but it wasn't, it didn't last. So my lesson was done. I got in thinking that it was supposed to be in something that, every person dream of. Y'all know. Especially when you decide to say, you know what, I'm ready. I know I'm ready because I'm ready for my husband. I know I'm ready because I'm ready for my wife. Not all the way true. I believe it starts from there because love, right? Love. Love, love, love. That's my middle name, by the way. And so you get all these signs about love and you feel like it's a sign. Oh my God, it's a sign. My name is love and this and that. And it is, but it's not what you make it out to be. Seriously, it's not. I want to try to break this down as much as possible. It's not what you think it'll be, because you know for a fact that it's going to turn out all rosy. Even though roses has its thorns, but what I'm saying is when things don't work out, for us to find that's, you know what I'm saying, that root to grow everything, right? Things we have our high hopes in, because we know that if we put ourselves in this position of love and, you ready to grow up and you ready to just say, you know what, I'm ready, does not always mean it's going to get you there of completion. Sometimes it's going to come and break you down in the most messed up way. I always say the universe has this way of slapping us in the face. And it feels so bad, Lord knows, because even to this right now, I feel like I've been set up, and even though I feel that way, I had to understand that in spite of my misunderstanding, even though I understand some things, it does not mean you didn't make it or you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It just means it's a new beginning. A new beginning to start fresh. My goodness. When you feel like you all by yourself, when you feel like you don't understand what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, the only way you can continue to grow is sometimes just by trusting. One thing about being a divine being, a spiritual person, is we move a lot different. You know what I'm saying? We feel things a lot more. And I've been asking God, I've been talking to him because I'm like, God, this is so hard. I know I'm here. I made it out. But it's like something feel like it's missing. Why do I feel so like it just feels so empty? Why do it feel like, when I ask something, it just seems like, when I get my answer, sometimes I take it in a way where I just, how you go through things in life and you have questions and you get a response and it seemed like it cuts you. It seemed like it's like you doing something not right. I don't want to say wrong, but sometimes I feel like it's you doing something wrong. Like, what am I not doing? This is all about a new beginning. This is all about trust. This is all about continuing to step out more and more and more. I've been through it. The shelters, the heartbreaks, the black sheep, the being touched on. I've been through it. Teeth problems and heartaches and pain, all by myself. No babysitter, all by myself. And I know it's not just me. I know it's other people out there who go through these things, and we watch these videos and we bypass them. We pass them. That's what I want to say. We pass them thinking it's a joke. Like, here they go again, or here this goes, again, where nobody is hearing you. Nobody is listening. Listen, baby, it's times where I just want to get on here and cry my eyes out, or just get on here and just give y'all a heartfelt message. And it don't mean I can't, right? But it's all about making the best out of the situation, because it's like you don't want to disappoint God, but you get to a point in your life where you start to understand and hear him in a way where he just want better for us, because you want better for yourself. And what better way to really cope with that when you got God, when you got your spirit team, when he send us help. That's what they are there for. We're not forgetting about God. We're not forgetting that he is the head of our life, or he is in control of this world. It just means you learning how to move different, with guidance, with trusting. You continue to step out by faith, and you know it's going to happen, right? Sometimes, right? Let's just be honest. The unknowing scares us. This that I've been working on, disciplining myself for this new beginning, didn't see it coming, didn't know how it was going to happen, didn't know nothing. As a matter of fact, when you struggling in life and you chose to do what you had to do, move out that house where you felt abandoned or where you felt neglected, or moving out of that relationship where you felt stuck and confused, because we go through these things growing up and we tell ourselves, man, I ain't never going through that no more. But I want to stop real quick and encourage somebody that if you had two parents, or even if you just had one, and they did the best they could, please, if they left a scar in your heart, or just left you in question mode, please forgive them, because it's really stopping you from forgiving yourself. And the thing is, when you're forgiving yourself, it's a process for some things for you to move on from. I've dealt with that. Even when moving around and not having no help, I've dealt with it, especially when you don't have the funds coming in properly. We got our cash assistance, aka TANF. We got our shelters, we got our resources, we have the government, okay? And I ain't gonna say they always on your side, but baby, when it's all you got, it's on your side. You just gotta know how to utilize it. Because the thing is, when you a single mom specifically, but this goes for the dads too, you have to continue to do what is best for yourself and your children. And if you don't have children, you have to do what's best for you. Don't take it for granted when you got a car or when you can walk with your legs. Okay, they work, use them. I did it all. I've walked, I've crawled, I even almost begged, but I ain't never got to that point. Thank God. No shade, no none of that. It's just the truth. Okay? And sometimes you don't see and know how strong you are until somebody have to let you know that you're doing so good. You are strong. You are loving in spite of what you had to go through to get here right now. I've been through shelters. I've seen so many people lose their mind. I've heard of deaths soon as I, you know, signed up to be in a shelter. A woman had lost her life right across from my room, and she had kids. And let me tell you, man, I've seen people fall out. I actually had to stay in a shelter where it used to be a psych ward. I've seen people, staff members, do things to other people kids that they weren't supposed to do, like grabbing on them and pretty much doing what I ain't saying the parents should be grabbing on their kids, but doing what the parents supposed to be doing. Like, do your job for your kids. It's like, it's not work, but it's work. There's work that needs to be done. There's resources out here for a reason. We don't need to keep getting sidetracked because it feel like just because you don't have that job or that house or that husband or that wife, it shouldn't have to be like, if I don't have these things, then what am I doing? How am I going to get it? Baby, I've seen almost rich people go eat at the shelter. And I don't know if you guys heard that, but it is very true, where you got average people, normal people. We see them as with money because of our position, but we can't be so quick with what we see and speaking on it. If anything, it should give you encouragement. If anything, it should help you know that it's still some good people out here. Us people make the world go round, okay? And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So don't worry about money. Don't worry about where you're going to sleep. If you know you're trying to get there, if you know you determined, we're not going backwards. And when you try to go backwards, it don't feel right when you're genuine in your heart. This ain't for everybody. I had to understand something without trying to understand it. I had to understand something without trying to understand it, because it's like, God, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? Because I once loved doing my lives. I once loved doing my videos, but now it seemed like I can't do it. And that was the key word, can't. It's not that I didn't want to. I felt like I couldn't, because I felt so different from surviving. I felt so different from the lack of help and watching people walk away from my life, or me having to walk away from people just for my own good and for my own safety. And you'd be surprised how many people automatically took that as a threat, automatically took that as you think you better than them. And that's how you know when you are something, when you doing something right. Yep. Excuse me. Confidence, resilience. In spite of how I feel, Lord, I trust you. In spite of how I feel not having, barely the funds, I trust you. When it seemed like things are getting low, okay, I trust you. When you hear him saying, hey, he nudging you, okay, help me, Lord, to trust you. Because that's what it's all about. It's not like he's saying it's okay to do it. He's encouraging you not to do it. He's there. Where are you? So anyway, that's all I had wanted to kind of say, to let y'all know that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. You got this. Don't let anybody, not even yourself, get in the way of something just because of a blessing, just because you don't understand how it's all going to work out. Because honestly, being a person in it, I still don't understand how God is going to do it. But the more I learn how to let go and trust, to just get to knowing myself on a level where it's just me, it's not easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It ain't always fun. It's a scary feeling sometimes, because you trying, but I'm doing it. Kids in sports, I'm doing it. I may not can make it to all their games, but I'm doing it. I may not have the gas money, but I save. Sacrifice. And as a mom, we have an important job. We have an important role. And it's hard when you get punched in the gut for doing what you're supposed to do because somebody else didn't step up. Goodness, 2 when I said that. Seriously. It's going to hurt when people failed you and you keep going and you feel that and you still want to help. Listen, sacrifice, boundaries, resilience. Okay? Get back up and pray about it. Pray about it, please, because it's not your fault. We are not in control, you understand, of others stepping on your toes, getting in the way, but you are responsible. You are in control. You're not responsible of them, but you're responsible of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Your life still matters. You need to hear that. But you also need to hear that it is up to you. Can't nobody teach you about you. You can watch videos all day. But what about what you are in control of? I've done it all. I've been through it all. If you have any questions, ask me. If you need to know something, ask me. Let me know what's up, what's on your mind. But I'm just so humble. I got so much time on my hand. I'm just like, what now? Baby, I got so much to do that it overwhelms me sometimes, that I just forget how to sit down sometimes like I used to. But then I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I can still do these things. It's like when your kids want something, or when you want something, and you can do it, but it's something about waiting. It's something about waiting. It's something about waiting and still learning how to occupy yourself, organizing. 444. Organize. Do that as much as possible, but go easy on yourself. I had to learn how to Like, understand that my house ain't gonna always be clean. And when somebody confirmed that, that always, they voice on top of that always pop up in my head. Your house ain't gonna always be clean. Spirit says, baby, they use that as an example. Your house ain't gonna always be clean. And I don't keep a dirty house. It's just I've learned growing up, in spite of my grandmother talking so much, it stuck with me. And I thought it did hurt me, and it did sometimes, but it will stick with you. Okay, when you plant a seed in your children, it's going to grow up with them. We can't sit here and fight with our parents. We can't sit here and fight with people who was there for us, doing the best they could. Not if you really going somewhere in life. You will understand it from that point. You really will. You'll understand it from a higher perspective after a while. So don't expect to understand everything so much right now, because you could be at the brink of your breakthrough. That don't mean it's going to be overnight. It just means it's time for the next level. It's time to grow up. Baby, I done went through that stage. I'm in my 30s, honey. I done went through that stage where I'm like, oh my God, Lord, in a few years, I'm finna be in my 40s. Body going through hot flashes. Lord have mercy. Blood pressure feel like it ran to the roof. Ran through it. Okay, getting just out of nowhere. Bones just feeling like, oh no. Oh hell no. What is this? Oh Jesus, I got to do this. I got to do that. Finding every excuse. Finding every excuse. You know what I'm saying? But it is your excuse, but it won't be your excuse. It's a difference. Put that work on hold for a little bit. Make your money. But I'm talking about your voices in your head, the thoughts, because you need your money now. But if you know you have authority and you got some leeway at work, even from your kids, communicate. Hey, I need some time off. Or utilize that time off for you. Take yourself out to eat. Lord knows, I ain't never felt so broke in my life. Can y'all cash up your girl? Listen, I almost called you girl. I almost had a girl moment. I ain't lying. But listen. Discipline, suffering is going to happen. Because all he wants us to do is just sit in the moment. Think. Slow down. I know you got to go to work. I know you got to be there for your kids. Going through these things make us realize how important it is to stop a little bit. Just stop for a second. Breathe. Okay. Let me get my tail back up. Excited. I'm talking about for real, from your heart. In spite of you still having to work, even though I have not worked in so many years, God provided, but I still met him halfway. I saved my money from income tax. I completely forgot all about TANF. I didn't care for child support, because the more you go through, the damage it does to you, you just want out. 911 on the timer. So don't tell me you don't get it. If this is for you, it's for you. You were here. I feel so much emotions right now, and I had to understand that a lot of time it ain't just my emotions that I feel. You feel from other people from a higher perspective when you really endure. I may not have endured the things that I want to get to right now because I'm not there. But you can still help somebody right now. You probably better off in a position than anybody else right now. And you got to do something with that. Even if it's just for yourself. We so used to doing it for everybody else. It's time to do it for ourselves constantly first. And I'm not used to that. I was not used to that. And I thought I was missing out. I thought I was doing something wrong. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my goal was, how can I explain this? It's like learning how to truly be in it and still separate. We in this world, but we are not of this world. A lot of times we are not used to being here and still being there for other people in a way where it helps them. As an inspiration. You are the example of inspiration. I hope you hear me. How do you do that? You continue to live your life chasing your goals, or let it come to you, because you ain't got to chase nothing. I don't want to get it twisted. But you're going after it. But I promise it's already done. What you want to do, though it's a choice, you should be happy about it. You should continue to do it until you get better. I didn't realize that the more I was doing that, the more I had in me to release. And I'm like, I don't want to share that with my viewers from a toxic place, from a place of messiness. That's me and my life behind closed doors. I'll share it with you when I'm up, but not when I feel like I'm down, or not when I'm down. Because even though you feel like you're down, you know, it's kind of different, because you learn how to put your feelings to the side, and you honestly learn that it's okay to mess up. It's a choice, because it's a choice to let other people know, because, you know, it's a testimony. It's not like, you know, I hope I'm trying to say that right, because I'm about to end this live or this video. But get it for yourself first, always, you know. And I'm not saying leave people behind, you know, and just go about your business. Clearly, that's not what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is you're doing a good job at the end of the day, still trying to be there for people without putting everything on them, just because it's your life and your experience, and you trying to make other people see or help them see. Sometimes that's just not going to work out when you're out of alignment, because the truth is, it don't matter what you go through. Wow, 333333. The truth is, what you go through in life, that's already enough for people to see. That's all. It's all about your light. Let your light let your light so shine. Okay? Let it shine, baby. Because regardless, they're going to come for you. They're going to point the finger at you. But I've been through it all. I'm back at home where it all started. And God is good. You know, home is where the start is. And it's no place like home. Even though I didn't travel the world, I've seen it all. It was a beautiful experience. I didn't want to come back, but I came back for my mom who had a stroke. So I ask that y'all just send some genuine prayer for my mom. Seriously, my heart goes out to anybody, or my condolences to anyone who lost someone to a stroke, or anyone who is in a position of really going through that situation, because it hits home. It hits everybody in a different way, but regardless of anything, it hurts. And it humbled me a lot, you know, because you just got to be strong for the ones who don't know how to cope with that. And so, yes, I love you guys. I didn't know how I was going to do this, but I just knew I had to do it. And I'm going to get up out of here. I don't know what I'm about to do next. I know I have a few things to do, but I've just been trying to find time to myself. Like I was talking about, just finding that little moment to just breathe every chance I get. And it feel uncomfortable a lot of times, but I'm getting used to it. And I'm so thankful. I got 5 kids. I lost one in my womb 2 years ago, and it flew by so fast. I didn't have nobody there with me. I didn't have nobody with me with all of my births except 2. That's it. And it barely worked out. I ain't gonna even lie to you, but I just love y'all, and I pray for y'all to just really receive whatever you need to receive up out of this this message. Y'all, please come back again if you need a word, if you need some encouragement. Let me know what you think in this comments. Show some love in the comment. Please like and share, and I will talk to you guys more later. Bye.